Hey guys, you're welcome back to another sewing tutorial. In this video, I'll be showing us how to make this cowl neck top. It is backless with a plunging neckline. This top is easy to make. The cutting and sewing is less than 30 minutes. I used the Duchess fabric, which is less than a yard, and I totally love the outcome. So if you love simple tutorials as this, why not keep watching and let's get into the video. To make this top, you will need a lightweight fabric of choice. Mine is Duchess and it is less than a yard. To start, you will need to get the measurement to work with. First, you want to determine the depth of your neckline, which represents the width of the fabric. Mine is 35. Next is the length. From your shoulder, determine how long you want your top. Mine is 23. Then we have the neck circumference, because there's going to be a band around the neckline, and mine is 14.5. I already cut out my fabric and the width is 35 as I measured earlier, plus extra 1 inch sewing allowance, making 36. You should add sewing allowance to your measurement too. For the length, I also added extra 1 inch to what I measured earlier, making 24 inches. Now, I will go over to the sewing machine to stitch the 4 corners. I will give each hem a double fold and stitch across. After stitching the hem of the 4 corners, the next thing to do is to cut out band for the neckline. Here is the piece for the band. The width is 14.5 as I measured earlier. Then I added extra 1 inch as sewing allowance. For the height, it is about 3.2. Now I will fold this together and notch the center. To stitch, I will first close the side with half of an inch. I will also close the base but not entirely. So from the center, I will mark 5 inches to the right. I will also mark it to the left. And from that 5 inches mark, I will measure about 0.75 that will be left open. I will go ahead now to stitch using half of an inch, but I will leave this point open on both sides. After stitching the band, the next thing to do is to turn it right out through one of the openings. After turning it to the right side, you should give it a good press. This is what I have now. And the next thing to do is to attach the main piece to the band, and this is how I will do it. I will insert the tip of the angle into each of the opening. I will push it in a little with about half of an inch so it won't fall off, then pin it together. Then I will do the same with the second side. I will go over to the sewing machine to top stitch on the band. After top stitching on the band to hold it together, this is what I have. The next thing to do is to attach belt here. I already cut out the pieces for my belt, and as you can see, it is not entirely straight. The hem is 5.5 and the top is 3.5. That is how I want it. So go ahead and cut out your belt the way you want. I will go over to the sewing machine now to close it this way. Then I will turn it right out through this opening. After closing the side and the hem of the belt, I turned it right out and gave it a good press. The next thing to do is to attach it to the top. I will pin the top of the belt to the side, but first I will tuck in the edge this way. And this is how I will stitch it. I will pin the second side same way, then go over to the sewing machine to stitch. After stitching the belt, you should have something like this. So you are going to tie it to your back this way. The last thing to do here is to attach a fastener to the band, whether hook and eye or press button, and I'll be doing that off camera. So guys, with this we've come to the end of this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. leave a comment and subscribe to my channel if you are yet to. And I will see you in my next one.